adorn the front of the theatre. This year, Bing has brought with him to London his wife, Catherine. It's his second marriage, and they have 3 teenage children. And their eldest son, Harry, is following in his father's footsteps as a singer and musician, and he's in the show with Mum and Dad. Rosemary Clooney is on the bill too, and her son, Jose, is playing in the orchestra. So it's quite a family occasion, and a real attraction too, which is making it a field day for the ticket touts, with £7.50 stall seats, changing hands at £15 apiece. And certainly with statements from the press like, his voice is simply a golden gift, something in the class of Pele's skills or Muhammad Ali's reflexes. Well, it's not surprising that people are clamoring for tickets. He's on stage for an hour and a half, and his very relaxed performance culminates in a medley of 42 famous Bing songs, spanning 50 years as a singer. Here are calling. Your voice is in tremendous nick. I mean, everybody is surprised at the quality of your voice. I mean, that's a slightly backhanded compliment.
Well, sometimes I wonder whether it's getting over or not, but everybody says it seems to sound all right, so I'm encouraged to continue.
Do you feel it's as good as ever?
As it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not as high. I can't sing as high, no. So everything, you just take the arrangements down a tone, and you can't be proud. You just have to admit the inevitable that you can't reach those notes you used to get.
Yeah. It's very much a family show. Your wife, Catherine, is here, your son, Harry. Even Rosemary Clooney's son is playing in the band.
Yeah, so, well, we had 2 other children we used last year, but they had to go back early to school. And so we had to kind of change the act around a little.
Does that work out well, playing with the family?
Oh, yes, they really, even if they have just a little bit to do, they enjoy doing it. They're very keen about it, and they have no fear of stage fright or anything like that, although they're not very experienced, and they're getting experience now. But I say, you kids really ought to be grateful, because here you are, 16, 17 years old, and you've played 2 of the most famous places in the world, the Palace in New York and the Palladium in London. Those 2 places are mecca for strolling players or for vaudevillians or for actors. And here you are at the very immature age playing places like this. You should be tremendously satisfied and pleased with yourself.
But they've got an enormous problem, haven't they, being the son of Bing Crosby? Or
I suppose it is, yeah. They don't seem to think so, though. They kind of, what they're after is a little different. Like Harry's pursuing music. He plays the guitar and piano, and he writes a little and composes and arranges. Mary Frances wants to be a very serious dramatic actress. She's studying with ACT in San Francisco. That's a group like your RADA here, or your Lambda, whatever you call it. And of course, Nathaniel is golf, strictly the golf.
The subject always comes around to golf when you talk. I mean, how's your own swing at the moment?
Well, I was a little impeded by... I took a little bump in March. I fell backwards off the stage after the conclusion of the big show. You'll see the show over here. And Jim, when you see me make my exit, if you look at the show, the next minute I was on my fanny down about 25 feet below. Yeah. It's not on the screen, though.
But that affected your swing?
Oh, sure. I used to have a pretty good full backswing for an old gaffer. But now I think I could swing in a telephone booth.
Can I ask you one very important thing about your whole attitude? Because you are always said to be totally relaxed. It looks so easy. Now, anybody who performs, you know jolly well that the knots get into your stomach and so on. And I saw you go on tonight, and you were pacing around.
I was trying to remember the words of the first song.
Now, is relaxation for you a studied thing, or are you absolutely as relaxed as you appear?
I think I'm relaxed, yeah. What you saw, I was trying to remember that one song I sing's got an awful lot of words in it, and I get them mixed up. In fact, I did tonight, but I just juxtapositioned them. I put one set of words where another set belongs, then I remembered and went back and got the first words and put them down there, and it worked.
Tell me, Bing, why do you do it now? I mean, surely you've got a few dollars in the bank, you could sit back, play a bit of golf with
I'm a ham. I'm a ham, incurable ham. I got to be in action. I got to be in front of people. I've been doing it for 50-some years, and I have to have a little of it. I couldn't quit it entirely, but this is an easy schedule, really, 3 hours a night for 12 nights, nothing to it. And I have periods like just now, the show's going on, and I have about 15 minutes in here where I can sit around and chat.
Well, I must say, it's a sellout, isn't it? That must give you...
Yeah, it looks like it tonight. The first 3 nights, now if this continues, well, it will be. In fact, somebody told me there's some scalpers outside tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, very good to see you. I hope you'll be back one day.
Well, we'd probably return again if they want us, yeah.
Thank you very much for giving me a few minutes.
Pleasure, great pleasure.